This week, The Enthusiast is back with Season 8 of The Enthusiast. It's going to be epic. I can't wait to get this season on a roll, so let's get into it. Coming up on this week's news, we have Shakti Comics is bringing out a new comic. It's going to be awesome. We have the Few Publications first Phantom comic of 2025. I can't believe it's now 2025. It's been 2025 for at least 3 or 4 weeks so far right now, and I'm just ready to crack into 2025 and get some really cool videos out on YouTube land for use right now. We've also got another update for the Phantom video game, and that the physical copy for the game will be coming out on the 25th of February. Another update for that, and so much more on this week's episode of Enthusiast. This week in the publishers' news, we have Few Publications have released their first Phantom comic for 2025, and that is issue number 1987, The Phantom. It includes a very, very amazing cover. Have a look at this cover. This is awesome. It sort of reminds me of those like old vintage type covers from the Italy, from the Italy word of Italian, from those people that love pizzas and made pizzas, and my favorite food, pizza, because it's so damn good. But this cover is just colorful. It's amazing. It's a great perspective on how we get drawn into the Phantom here, but then it goes around this way and all the bubbles and stuff follow what the big sea monster is doing, and it's really, really cool cover. I can't believe how cool it's cool. But look at the back cover as well. It's colorful. I love the ships and the lines going in from the explosion. That is really, really cool. This comic book has 2 stories. It has the island of Radha Mandy, and plus the disappearance of Karina. Oh, look at this also. That in the bubbles, we have skull bubbles. Have a look at that. That's awesome. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. In this Phantom comic, we also have 2 prose stories, A Madman in the Jungle and The Flood. Really, really cool. Really, really awesome, colorful cover. Shakti Comics is releasing a new comic book. We're going to be having a new Mandrake the Magician. They have released its new cover in the last week, and it just looks spellbinding. It looks amazing. I saw it the other day. It looks fantastic. And even now, with a sister company, a parent company, they're even making new Phantom t-shirts, new Shakti Comics merchandise, and it looks great. But in another way, it just looks cheap to put a cover image on a t-shirt. It's sorta, in a way, looks cheap, because that just looks like, oh, we're going to be advertising new Phantom merchandise. Go and buy it because we can get some more money out of it. But it still looks pretty cool. And speaking of the devil, we have a back in the past segment with the Mandrake the Magician first coming to Australia in the 1990s. Back in the 90s, Few Publications was publishing Mandrake the Magician comics in a limited run series of, I think, 13 comics through 2 series. And this comic that I'm about to show you in the Back to the Future episode of The Enthusiast. It's the Backstreet Boys. Oh yeah, no, it's just a Mandrake the Magician is back. And have a look at this vintage 1990s cover that Few Publications published back in those days. Back in the future. Back in the past. Oh, it's lovely, lovely. The octopus ring. Really, really cool 1940s story. I don't have all of the Mandrake the Magician comics, but I definitely have a fair few. And we actually made a review on one of the Mandrake the Magician comics up here, right now. We did that, I think, wasn't last year, but it was the year before, and that was really, really cool to read and really, really cool to have a look at. Also, coming up on this week's show, we've got a new update from the Phantom video game. So, as you may already know, the Phantom video game, they did pre-orders for the digital part of the Phantom video game, but on the 25th of February, they're going to be running pre-orders for the physical copy of the Phantom video game, and I will begin my physical copy. I didn't get the digital copy because I don't feel like that, just something just there doesn't feel right. And I really just I'm waiting for the physical copy to come, and so then I can play it when it comes out, and I get it pre-ordered, get it and receive it, and then we have a look at it on the channel, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. And yeah, I can't wait for the Phantom video game physical copy to come out. They also, I think Chronicle Chamber has been discussing the video game, and they recently did like played an hour or so of the game pretty much, and then they made a video about it. I think they may have talked about it on their podcast as well, because that was, I think, really a big scene point for the last week or so with the video game. And I I don't know why people just have to try and play the Phantom video game before it actually comes out. Like, it's a spoiler. It's a spoiler to everyone else that wants to play the video game. But anyways, people are very, very excited about this video game, and it's a great thing that some people can play it before other people. It's where how you get that, like, that excitement building, and then you feel like you really want to get it, and you can't until the physical copy. I'm going to be getting the physical copy. I didn't get the digital copy because doesn't feel right not having it in my possession, my precious. Also, another thing that's coming, we're entering what's coming out soon on the Phantom Cave Reviews YouTube channel. Okay, so in February, Phantom Cave Reviews is going to be running a 12 chapter epic month-long black and white serial month is coming back to the channel in February. We're going to be running a 12 chapter epic black and white serial, and it's going to be showcasing the character from the 1941 black and white serial adaptation of the adventures of Captain Marvel, before they had to change the trademark and his name to Shazam. No, it's Captain Marvel originally and Shazam secondly. It's really, really awesome. I hope you're going to be enjoying that. And they also, later on in February, we're going to be bringing out a very vintage gem. I can't wait for everyone to see it, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for you to see this big black and white chapters, 12 chapters coming out. There will be 4 chapters coming out every week, and they'll be even awesome. And then there'll be an Enthusiast coming out as well on Tuesdays, hopefully, and through February. So you'll be able to get your weekly dosage of me and your 4 weekly dosage of black and white serials. It's going to be awesome. February is going to be a jam-packed month of absolute awesomeness. Cinematic gold paired with the Phantom. How good can that get? How good can that get? What would you like me to make in 2025? Put your comments down in the comments section down below. And as always, keep Phantom caving, stay safe. And I will see you next week on The Enthusiast.